Hello and welcome to this channel. So here's a little quiz for you. What do you think? What is common between all these images? Between all these scenes? Well, if you said bicycles, you are right. Good for you. But that's not just an answer. It's a solution. Cycling is not just a pastime, it's a lifestyle, it's a statement, it's a movement. In this series, we'll explore how cycling can help solve some of the biggest problems in our cities today. So, let's start with the obvious. All around the world, millions of people are turning to cycles because they want to reduce their carbon footprint. Electric cars are great, but they're expensive. Public transport is good, but it may not always be clean or safe. Walking is healthy, but sometimes it's simply too far. But a simple bicycle, is within reach of almost everyone. It does not pollute. It requires no special infrastructure. It is the ultimate individual contribution to the fight against climate change. Chapter 2: The Power of Cycling. When you ride a bike, you're burning calories, reducing your carbon footprint. No emissions, no noise, no fumes. You're also improving your cardiovascular health, increasing your metabolism, and boosting your immune system. A half-hour cycle every day can work wonders for both your mind and body. And don't worry if you don't have time for that. Even 10 minutes can make a difference. Not only that, but studies have shown that cycling improves sleep, increases concentration, and reduces stress. In other words, it makes you feel better about yourself. How does it achieve that? Well, as you cycle, your brain releases endorphins, which happen to be the same chemicals your body produces when you are happy. They're known as happy hormones, so endorphin release while cycling has been found to be comparable to the results of an average workout. Now that's what I call a pedal to the metal high. But wait, there's more. Did you know that cycling is a great way to unwind after a long day at work? According to research, 80% of commuters who cycle to work report feeling less stressed than those who drive, while 69% of car commuters say they arrive at work more tense than when they left. Chapter 3: Real Impact. We hear a lot about global warming, rising sea levels, extreme weather events, and other such scary stuff. But have you ever wondered what the real impact of climate change will be? Well, basically everything. As temperatures rise, so will the number of people suffering from respiratory problems. More heat waves, more droughts, more famines, more floods, more infectious diseases, more extreme weather events. And let's not forget about the mental health impact of climate anxiety. This is why it's so important to take action now. And again, cycling comes into play. One person on a bicycle may seem like a drop in the ocean, but imagine an entire community doing the same. A school, a company, an entire city. Now that's something worth cycling for. And speaking of cities, let's talk about traffic congestion. As more and more people move to urban areas, our roads become more crowded, commuting times increase, productivity decreases, and people become more frustrated. But what if instead of sitting in bumper-to-bumper traffic, we could be cycling through it? Well, if you live in Amsterdam, Copenhagen, or any other European city, you already do that. In fact, Amsterdam has the world's highest rate of bicycle use, with over 880,000 bikes for a population of around 850,000 people. That's one bike for every person. With more people cycling, our roads would be less congested, accidents would be less severe, and our cities would be a lot more pleasant to live in. Not to mention all the money we would save on healthcare, lost productivity, and road maintenance. Chapter 4: Beyond Pollution. The Human Side. The air we breathe is becoming more polluted by the second. In fact, according to the World Health Organization, 99% of the world's population breathes air that exceeds their guideline limits for outdoor air pollution. That's 6.7 million people worldwide who die prematurely each year as a result. And it's not just the air we breathe that's becoming more polluted, it's also the water we drink and the food we eat. But did you know that cycling can actually help us tackle this problem? When we cycle, we produce zero emissions. We're not burning any fossil fuels. We're not releasing any harmful gases or particles into the atmosphere. And that means we're helping to keep our air clean and our planet healthy. Not to mention that cycling helps us to keep our bodies healthy too. By reducing our exposure to pollution, we're also reducing our risk of developing respiratory problems or cardiovascular disease. So next time you're feeling lazy, just remember that one bike ride can make all the difference. And it's not just about the environment, it's about our health and well-being too. It's about creating a better future for ourselves and for generations to come. So, what are you waiting for? Hop on your bike and get started today. And you don't have to go far. Just a few kilometers a day can make a huge difference. So, what are you waiting for? Hop on your bike and get started today. As you saw for yourself, cycling benefits us in many ways. It benefits the rider, the community, and the environment. However, not all communities have the privilege of cycling. In many parts of the world, especially in Africa, Asia, and Latin America, cycling can be dangerous due to poor road conditions and a lack of infrastructure. In addition, many people cannot afford a bicycle, especially when they need it for a commute. For them, public transportation or walking are the only options. These people are disproportionately women who often have to walk long distances to reach their destinations. So what can we do to make cycling safer and more accessible for everyone? One way is to invest in infrastructure. This includes building dedicated cycle lanes, providing secure places to store bicycles, and ensuring that traffic lights are synchronized to allow cyclists to pass through intersections without having to stop. Another way is to promote cycling through education and awareness campaigns. We need to teach people about the benefits of cycling and encourage them to make it part of their daily routine. We also need to raise awareness about the dangers of cycling and how to avoid them. Finally, we need to make cycling more affordable by providing subsidies or tax breaks for low-income earners. By taking these steps, we can create a world where everyone can enjoy the benefits of cycling. Now tell us in the comments below, what else can we do to promote cycling? Do you have any tips or ideas? If yes, please share them with us and the community. Before we close, here are some resources to learn more about cycling and the environment. Also, check out our other videos on similar topics. Please subscribe to the channel to stay up to date with our latest videos. And don't forget to like, comment, and share. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video. In the meantime, feast your eyes on this beautiful montage of smiling cyclists, breathtaking sunrises, joyful children playing with their bikes, all while enjoying cleaner air and a healthier life. Let their happiness fuel your journey towards a greener, more sustainable lifestyle. Remember, every small step counts, and together, we can make a big difference.